I think for me, part of the reason that I want to come back, I've tried this twice, took a year off, is I want to hit the lighthouse.
My emotions are great, but the body, it's falling apart.
Hopefully we find out that we've got some long runs instead of long swims towards the end.
So the first time we did the race, I think we all went into it not really knowing what to expect. And we realized pretty quickly that you have to be in really, really good swim shape.
I don't know that I can swim that much anymore.
And it was cold, it was hard.
Jared, what do you want to do?
And so our bodies just kind of broke down the first time.
What I would say is, I think we should stop.
You know, we learned a lot from that the first time. So the second time, a little different team. My friends from the first year didn't want to race again. So I found people who were really good triathlon-wise, really good at endurance. But at the same time, you know, it was just hard.
Where are we going?
Follow the coastline.
This coastline.
You know, we made some big mistakes. We had a 2-hour nav there, which is just going to put you so far behind. But, you know, we ultimately didn't achieve our goal.
Doing the inaugural race in 2022 was an amazing experience.
Our steep downhill.
I thought our teamwork and our team chemistry, we had a positive attitude the whole way, and we really kept moving really well the whole way.
Yeah, just put it on right over the top. Even in the sun, you're still feeling really cold.
I think the second night of racing was hard on all of the teams, but especially our team. We were starting to get cold and more sleep deprived. I think a moment where I realized I was really faltering was I was starting to see plants look like animals. Plants would blow in the wind and I would think they were animals and I would like jump away from them.
You killed it. I'm so impressed.
I'm not quitting.
We're not, nobody's quitting. I want you to drink a little more of that. We're gonna get some food in you.
When we got to Uto after about 48 hours, Renee got really cold and Tim and I were also cold.
Yeah, I certainly do not want her to get in for a 6K swim. No.
And it was time to call it an end for 2022, but it was one of the toughest decisions I've ever made.
Feel good? Super proud of us and how we came together.
We learned during it how to be even better as a team.
I think the most important part of One Water is finding a strong team that you get along with well. I think the team chemistry is probably the most important part of the race. And this year it just worked out. Jared reached out looking for a teammate, and I'm really excited to be part of this team for 2025.
It's hard to bring in 2 brand new people into the race. And so what we really look for is who's somebody who's already done the race before, that we can have 3 of us who have done the race and bring in 1 new person. And that was the hard part, honestly, finding another female athlete who could do it, was willing to do it, because there aren't that many people that can do this race.
I never want to be the weak link in any kind of team, group or whatever. And from the moment that Jared started going into the details and I said yes to the project, I knew that I need to rely on their experience. They've done it, they've been there, they know what it's like after 40 hours of feeling terrible. I need to be very humble and listening to the details and taking it on board, everything that they're saying. So if I take that and use that as a lived experience, then that's going to really help me.
But I think the thing that jumps out is that Jess and Jared are both former Olympians, Olympic triathletes. That's the most obvious characteristic of our team.
You know, I have a very good system of how I want things to go on the boat. I have everything laid out quite the way I want it. Whatever they need, I have ready.
Kristen and I have become really good friends since the first year we raced together. I think she's perfect in that support role.
I'm trying to figure out what is going to motivate me to put this fucking wet wetsuit on and get back in the water.
Here's the thing. Dude, guys, this is fucking hard. Okay? It's about to be game on now.
She does have kind of this like tough exterior, which is funny sometimes, but honestly, she's like one of the nicest, most caring, like, you know, loving people that you could meet, and that is really, really important for somebody who's on that support role.
I mean, I want to keep going, but you guys will want to. Technically, this will be my 3rd year competing. Last year, I was just a runner for the organization. In terms of seeing the big picture and the whole circle, in terms of just one water race, I'd say I'd have the most experience. So, and then, you know, this will be Jared's 3rd year, this will be Chris's 2nd year. So we're not going into this blind. You know, there's definitely an advantage to that.
All right, hi team. Thanks for finding the time to join. Thanks everyone. How are we doing?
I'm on the East Coast, Kristen's on the East Coast, the US, Chris is on the West Coast, and Jess is in France.
I think it could go really poorly if you were misaligned. But talking with Jess and Kristen and Jared on the Zoom, I think it's immediately apparent to me that we all have similar mindsets and are similar athletes in our approaches to training and racing.
To all of our, like, we want to finish this thing, we all got that in common.
That team aspect and and knowing that they need this, they really want this, that's going to help me hopefully give that little bit extra for them as well.